and I am a sober yogi here to bring light, love, and positivity from my yoga mat to your home. I hope you're having a beautiful day thus far, and if not, that's okay. I hope you start feeling better by the end of this practice. Today we're going to be doing a practice for self-love. And it's so important that we practice loving ourselves through the lens that God loves us, that our friends love us, and that we should love us. Because the only way to give love to others is to fill our own cup. And I think that's the beautiful thing about life, is the fact that we get to truly show love to ourselves. It's my intention that you guys return to this practice and use it whenever you are feeling a little bit less lovable, or just like a little bit more lovable. You don't have to come here at your worst, you can come here at your best as well. The only goal is to focus on self-love and healing that inner child. So we're going to begin in a seated position, taking 3 deep breaths as I raise my arms up and down. We breathe out when my hands go into prayer. So in this moment, I want you to take the time to set your intention for the day, for the practice. Mine is always to share light, love, and positivity in every interaction, including the ones with myself. But yours doesn't have to be. Take a moment to breathe, to think, to choose who do you want to be today, what do you want to offer to yourself during this practice. Let all of the negative energy escape you. Place your hands on your knees and take a moment to bow your head, just to pray to the higher power of your understanding for whatever it is that you believe will bring you that sense of peace and self-love today. We're going to take a short moment of silence before we begin the rest of the practice. All right, now that we've set that intention, we're gonna breathe it in and in, and breathe out, releasing it as though it is already so. All right, we're gonna begin by placing our right hand to our side and opening up through our side body. Then we're gonna open our arm out in and give our shoulder a kiss. Open out and then over. Breathing in and out. Breathing in as we open and out as we go into that twist, kissing our shoulder, reminding ourselves we are worthy of that gentle love. We're going to raise our hands over our heads again. Open. And last little kiss on this side. Before rolling it through and taking it to the other side. Opening up through that side body. This should feel really good. And we're gonna open, twist, give ourselves a little kiss, open, over, breathe in as we open, breathe out as we twist, and give ourselves a little kiss. Breathe in, open, breathe out, overhead, breathe in, open, breathe out as we give ourselves a little kiss. And one more for completion. You deserve that soft love. Breathe in as we open. Breathe out as we twist. And give yourselves that little kiss. And then roll it back to center. We're going to pull our shoulders up and release. Breathe in and release. Breathe in and release. Breathe in and release. And then we're going to make our way in tabletop position. Tucking that pelvis, making sure that our wrists are underneath our shoulders, our knees are underneath our hips. We're going to breathe here for a moment before curling our toes under and lifting up into a hovering table. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Take the cat-cow here. Starting with your tailbone, curling one vertebrae at a time and landing at your head. Same thing as we return. We're going to keep our toes curled under as we do this today. And we're going to meet back in tabletop. Lift up. And this time we're going to tap our legs alternating sides for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. We're going to put toes to touch, arms a little bit further in front of us. We're going to pull it back. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. In and out before rolling forward and back. Opening up through those shoulders and those hips. Maybe we decide to make this circle. Maybe we decide to just stay here. Maybe we decide to reverse the circle. Find what feels good in your body in this moment. It doesn't matter if you look weird or feel like you do. When we were children, we didn't care how we looked. When we were moving, we just found what felt good in our bodies. And we can do that again. All right, we're gonna meet back in tabletop position. Curl our toes under. And we're gonna meet in one more hovering table. This time we're gonna do shoulder taps. Try and keep your body steady with here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1 we're going to go back up into our downward facing dog. 1. Feel free to pedal it out. Press through your fingertips away from the mat. We don't want all the pressure in our wrists. And then tuck your pelvis up. ground down through your heels. If they don't touch the ground yet, that's okay. Maybe we pedal it out a little bit, maybe we don't. Find what feels good in your body. Opening up. Warming up our bodies. Really being present with ourselves. And then we're going to walk our hands back to our feet. Clasp our elbows, opposite elbows. Rock back and forth. Swaying along with the wind or the air conditioning if you're inside. And then we're going to slowly release our hands, bend our knees, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Roll our shoulders back, open our arms up. I'm going to come face you guys. We're going to open up our arms, cross one arm over the other, and we're just going to give ourselves a big hug. Holding on, reminding ourselves that we are worthy of love, we are worthy of presence, we are worthy of peace. Holding ourselves in the way that we desire to be held. Give yourself a big, tight squeeze and slowly, still holding on, lift your arms up, 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 like you're taking off a shirt for a lover, and release. We're going to take the opposite arm over top, and we're going to remind ourselves as we hug ourselves that version of ourselves that was hurting, whether it was us as children, us yesterday, us 10 minutes ago, that they're okay. We're okay. We're enough, and we're worthy of this love that we're giving ourselves today. We'll slowly press our arms up again, release it, settling into the relief. We're going to raise our arms up above our heads, grab our right wrist and tilt our bodies to our left, open through the side body again. Back to center. Open through that side body again. And then release down into a forward fold. Maybe we pedal it out. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just hang out here for a second. Listen to your body, listen to what feels good in you. Be present with yourself, and then rise up in a sun salutation. Breathe in as we rise up, and out as we sprinkle our fingertips down. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, maybe we get on our toes this time. Release. Up. Release. Breathe in, release. One more time. And release. We're gonna heel toe it out until we're a little more than hip width apart. Opening up. And to knocking on heaven's door. Maybe you go faster, maybe you don't. Find what works for you. Breathing in and out. In and out. And then we're going to slow it down. We're heel toeing it out into star pose. tucking that pelvis forward and shining it like headlights, raising our hands up, grounding down through our back body, releasing our hands in prayer pose, holding forward, breathe in, and out, tuck that pelvis in, breathe in, and out, breathe in as you rise up, back to star pose. Back to center, bow it forward, tuck that pelvis, breathe in and out, in and out. And breathe in as we go back into our star pose. We're releasing into squat, opening up through the thighs, pressing our legs apart, and tilting our right arm down towards our left side, opening up in reverse. And rising back up into star pose. Heel toe it in. Oh, those are some beautiful butterflies right there. I love that for today. Breathe in as you raise your hands up. Exhale as you release back into that forward fold. Breathe in, rise up. Exhale and release. Breathe in, rise up. Exhale, release. Breathe in, rise up. Exhale to release and make your way to back to your mat. Release. Hold it for a moment. We're walking it forward into plank position. Again, make sure your wrists are stacked between your shoulders. The crown is straightened forward. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it back into our forward fold. Breathe in, bend the knees, rise up. Breathe out as we release back to the ground. Walk it forward into plank. Hold. This time we're gonna do opposite knee to the ground for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it back into that forward fold. And we're gonna walk it forward. Again. This time we're going to be tapping our shoulders for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it back into that forward fold. Bend your knees. Rise up. Release down, down. We're going to go into a halfway lift, straightening through that back with your figure 7, palm pointed forward, pelvis touch, shoulders pulled together like there's a pencil between them. Breathe in, release. Breathe in, rise up. Exhale to release. Breathe in as you rise up. Exhale to release back to down. Breathe in. Only one more after the exhale and release. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out, release. Rise up tall. Volcano pose. Hands above our heads if we've got a large beach ball. Grounding down through the back body. Moving forward with our hip points. And we're going to lower into a seat. Maybe we have a high seat. Maybe we breathe in and out, make it a little lower. And we're going to hold our chair pose. With all the beautiful butterflies dancing around us. Reminding us that spring has come. And that this is a beautiful day that the Lord has made. Holding for a little bit longer like that. You got this. The butterfly represents beauty, rebirth, growth. But sometimes when we see a butterfly, it turns out to be a moth. And I think that's even more beautiful than just a butterfly. Because it represents working through the darkness. We'll draw into the light. We're going to rise up and release to the ground. Give ourselves a moment to breathe. I'm so proud of you for holding that chair pose. Even if you had to take little breaks. Bend our legs, rise back up. We're going to go for it for a second time. Down in chair pose. Like we're sitting in the lap of God. Reaching forward under Him. We're going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, maybe we get a little lower, 2, and 1, rise up, release, maybe you sway back and forth, maybe you just let yourself hang out, release everything, grounding down through the back body, releasing the front body, just be present with ourselves and our breath. Bend our knees again. Rise up. Breathe in. Breathe out as you lower. Maybe you lower a little bit more. Maybe you lower a little less. Maybe your legs are feeling it. Maybe you want to go into this pose, the hummingbird. Maybe you want to stay seated. Maybe you just want to go rock back and forth, lifting through your toes and throwing your arms back as you hover. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise up strong. Release to the ground. You deserve it. And we're going to walk our arms and hands forward. Back into that plank. We're sending it up and back into downward facing dog. Maybe we pedal it out. Maybe we don't. Take a moment to rest here and be truly present in your life and in your body. Then we're gonna put our feet to touch, raise up our right leg, create a third eye, raise it up back into three-legged dog. We're gonna right elbow, hold it, rise up, breathe in and out, left elbow, and step it forward. We're gonna lower our knee, curl our toes under, and rise up into crescent lunge. Holding, holding, holding. We're straightening our legs and going. Turn on and stretch. Maybe pull your hands a little forward to increase the stretching. Breathe in, breathe out, twist your leg, breathe in, rise up. And roll back through that foot. Plant our left hand. Open up towards the sky. Pulling back with that right hip. And we're going to plant our palms. Release. And rise up into high lunge. Or open into warrior two. Pulling the right pinkies back. Second in. Press forward. Open up the back body again. And release with our elbow on our leg. Open the arms up towards the heavens. Maybe we take the line. Maybe we let the wind push us over. Find what feels good to you. And rise back up for you two. Cartwheel it down to the ground. Take it back up into three-legged dog. Maybe you take a chaturanga. And roll forward, down into upward dog. Maybe you just release and we meet back in downward facing dog. I will find you here in downward dog. Let your feet touch together. Raise your left leg up. Meet a third eye. Left leg up. And your left elbow. Left leg up. Feet a right elbow. Step it forward. Lower that knee and curl your toe. Crescent lunge. Straighten that leg. Then you bend it once you get down to the ground. Take a few deep breaths here. Opening up through the hamstrings. Rolling it forward. Lifting that knee and curling toe. Rise up. High lunge. And then open it up into our warrior two. Pulling those pinkies back, looking forward. And then pushing it forward, opening up through that side body. And then release down to our knee. Open up towards the heavens. Maybe you take the bind, maybe you don't. Either way, pull your shoulders away from your ears. Take a few deep breaths to be present with yourself. Rise up, warrior two. Release into that low lunge. We're taking it back to three-legged dog. Again, maybe you take that chaturanga. Or maybe you just press in downward facing dog. Find what feels good to you. Right, from here we're going to roll it forward into plank. And we're going to dip our left hip towards the ground. Rise up and breathe. Then our right hip towards the ground. Rise up and breathe. Breathe out as we lower. In as we come back to center. Out as we release. In as we come back to center. Out as we release. In as we come back to center. One more on each side. And then we're going to go back to our downward dog. Lift your right leg up into three-legged dog. Do the third eye. Right leg up. Meet your right elbow. Three-legged dog. Breathe out, meet your left elbow. And then step it forward. This time we're going to rise straight into our high lunge. Pivot through that back foot for your one. Open up. Back. Peaceful warrior. We love ourselves because we see an peace and peace. Our eyes are turned towards the heavens and we're focused on the higher power of our understanding. And lay it down all the way to the ground this time. We're turning into that low lunge. Maybe we take the chaturanga from three-legged dog. Maybe we just meet down dog. It's up to you. I will find you here for 3 deep breaths. Alright, let's raise our left leg up. Meet a third eye. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Meet a left. Breathe in, raise your leg up. Meet a right elbow. Step it forward, low lunge. Forward. Never back. And rise up, high lunge. And pivot into warrior one. Open up into warrior two. And back into peaceful warrior. Float it down. Release to the ground. And put it back into our low lunge. Chaturanga. Or we will meet upward dog. Sorry, I meant downward dog. Alright, from here, we're gonna cross one foot over the other, alternating feet as we walk towards the front of our mats. Opening up through those hips and the feet. We're gonna meet with our toes and feet zipped up, our legs zipped up. Plant your palms. Hopper step it back into plank. And then hopper step it back. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, release. Hop it back. Hop it forward. Rise up. Release. Hop it back. Hop it forward. Rise up. Release. We have 3 more to go, my friends. Hop it back. Maybe you take a push up here, maybe you don't. Hop it forward. Rise up. Release. Hop it back. Pop it forward. Rise up. Release. Last one. Pop it back. Pop it forward. Breathe in as you rise up. And exhale as you release. Pedal it out through your feet. Release your head. Maybe you wrap your arms around your legs and hold yourself in that hug. Or maybe you can't, and that's okay. Maybe you trace the ground. Grateful that it's underneath your feet. And then we're going to step it back with our left foot. And pivot into a wide leg, forward fold. As the wind blows, maybe we move our arms back and forth. We're going to heel toe it in. Heel toe it in. Heel toe it in. Heel toe it in. And once we reach hip width apart, we're going to rise up, up, up. Our arms a little spin around. Letting the wind release into us. And we're going to breathe in. Point our hips forward like headlights. Roll down through our shoulders. Breathe in, raise our arms up. Breathe out, release them. We're going to go and take this into tree pose. Holding steady. Opening up through that hip. Maybe you raise your arms up. Maybe you don't. Then you're going to release your arms. Step it down. Maybe go to the opposite leg. You're going to hold that tree pose. Breathing in and out. Letting the wind sway us a little bit. It's okay. Raise your arms up. And down. And release. Raise your hands up towards the heavens. Release down towards the ground. Rise up. Sun salutation. Release back down. And from here, we're going to lower it into a toe stand. Rising up, tucking that pelvis. Holding, holding, holding. Or we take our hands behind us and release. We're going to do a butterfly pose. Again, the butterfly represents transformation. And I hope this flow has helped transform you to live in light, love, and positivity. Roll your shoulders back, look up, and then bow down over your leg. Opening up through those hips before rising back up. Sitting in crisscross applesauce. Placing your hands on your knees. And reminding yourself, I am worthy of love. I am worthy of hope. And I am worthy of care. Take one deep breath in with me. And one deep breath out. Bring our hands to our heart. Lower our forehead to our chest. And with that I say, namaste. Thank you for joining me in this practice, my friends.